6.8 million years ago, began amidst majestic green mountains. Ancient mountain ranges reached up to touch the clouds, morning mist swirling like a white sea, covering the vast valley below. Endless primeval forests stretched on, where sunlight only filtered through the leaves. Earth at this time was young, fierce, and full of danger. There were no cities, no traces of civilization. Only nature reigned supreme, and all living things had to obey its cruel laws of survival. As dawn broke, the ground began to tremble. From the distant foothills, a herd of giant dinosaurs was migrating. Dozens of individuals followed one another, their massive bodies covered in rough scales. Each of their footsteps sent rocks and trees tumbling. This migration was not random. The dry season was approaching, water sources were dwindling, and survival instinct forced them to leave their old territory in search of new, more food-rich areas. In the herd, the adults led the way, highly vigilant. In the middle were the young, carefully protected. At the very back were the old and weak individuals, always facing the risk of attack. In the sky, reptiles circled, watching the massive migration below, waiting for an opportunity when one fell. On another savanna, a pack of carnivorous dinosaurs was beginning its hunt. They hide behind large rocks, their cold eyes locked onto prey in the distance. Heavy breaths exhaled into the hot, dry air. These are apex predators, dominating the food chain. They don't hunt out of hatred, but out of hunger. In this world, only the strong survive. When the signal is given, the entire pack charges like a storm. The ground shakes violently. The prey flees in panic, its roar echoing across the savanna. The chase unfolds in a flash. A weak, young individual is separated from the pack. Just seconds later, its fate is sealed. Blood stained the barren land red, and nature continued its cold cycle. Not far away, groups of primitive humans were silently observing. They were small and fragile amidst a world of giants. Their bodies were not yet fully upright. Their tools were only rough stones and wooden sticks. They were not strong enough to hunt dinosaurs, nor fast enough to escape if discovered. Their only weapons were patience, memory, and the ability to learn. Only when the dinosaurs left after the hunt did the primitive humans dare to approach. They did not seek glory, only survival. The remaining scraps of flesh, bones containing marrow, thick skin that could be used as shield, all were precious. Every step forward was fraught with danger, for the predator could return at any moment. Dark clouds gathered, and a strong wind swept through the ancient forest. A confrontation between dinosaurs began to erupt. Two giant herds clashed at the scarce remaining water source. Neither side would yield. Roars echoed, the ground cracked under the weight of their massive bodies. Giant jaws clashed, claws tearing through flesh. A thick cloud of dust blankets the valley. This is not just a war for territory, but a war for the survival of an entire pack. The loser will lose everything: water, food, and the future of their species. From afar, primitive humans huddle in the crevices of rocks, watching with bated breath. They don't understand tactics, but they understand the consequences. When the giants fight, the world descends into chaos. But in that chaos, opportunity also arises. Dead bodies, the wounded, and temporarily abandoned lands. As night falls, the roar gradually fades. The war ended, leaving behind a devastated battlefield. The ground was littered with dinosaur carcasses, the pungent smell of blood filling the air. The victors trudged away, their wounds gaping deep. The defeated lay there, becoming food for countless other creatures. In the darkness, primitive humans began to move. They moved in small groups, making no sound. The dim moonlight illuminated their trembling but resilient figures. They gathered what remained quickly and cautiously. Each night was a gamble with death. Time passed slowly. The mountains still stand tall, the forests still dense, but life is constantly changing. The dinosaur herds continued to migrate, continued to hunt, continued to wage war. And early humans, though small, still existed. They learned to read punctuation marks. There are no heroes, no central character. Only life clinging to each moment. Every day of survival is a silent victory. Every sunrise is a new opportunity, and every sunset is a reminder that death is always near. 6.8 million years ago, the world was not for the weak. But it was in that harsh world that the seeds of human intelligence sprouted. Amidst majestic green mountains, the roar of dinosaurs, and the smell of blood from war, humans learned to survive. Not by strength, but by adaptation.